Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I just got off of work. It is a beautiful, beautiful day out here. I mean, it is just perfect. I know you can't tell the temperature by looking at it, but it's like 70 degrees, a little windy, so hopefully it doesn't pick up on the mic. But today we are going to be installing Canadian Auto Performance RS style grill in the Q3. That's right. I would like to thank Canadian Auto Performance for coming back on the channel and hooking me up with this grill. It's going to make a big improvement, I think, over the factory grill. Now, there's nothing wrong with the factory grill. It does look very good because I do have the black optics package on this car. But as I showed you in the previous video, we're missing one of these caps, which they're $130 from Audi. $130 for this little piece of square plastic to go here. Even on eBay, it's like $100 and it's coming from Latvia or some crazy country. But even if I plug that, this car came from California, and unfortunately the bracket was on here and we have holes in the grill. So I'm gonna remove this and we're gonna install the RS style grill right here. I am on a little bit of a time crunch because it's gonna get dark at some point. So I wanna make sure I'm done before it gets too dark. And the mosquitoes come out because the mosquitoes really like to bite me. We are gonna start by doing the same thing on most Audis. Removing this. There's going to be screws here. There are going to be screws in the fender liner and underneath, and that should allow me to remove the bumper, then remove the grill and everything else. Now the nice thing about the Q3 is that it's lifted off the ground, so I really don't have to jack it up. I can just slide my body right under there, get those screws out, get in here, get these screws out. Should be a fairly easy process. One thing I did read, according to the internet, is the front sensor, you can unplug it as long as you do not turn the key or press the button, really, because there's no key to actually turn on this car. As long as you do that, that should not mess up any of the settings or throw any codes or anything weird with that sensor there. Fingers crossed on that one. All right, I'm gonna grab my tools and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, we've got my little magnetic screw holder, some miscellaneous Torx, a pick, some other tools there. This is just like any other one. You're going to put the pick in behind here, press in, and pull up. And then next, this is just gonna pop up. That comes right off. Try not to break anything when you do this either. We've got a couple of screws here, really just two. One there and one there. This attaches to this, so all this stays put. Okay, cool. I think I have a general idea of how this is gonna go. I'm gonna start by doing the hardest thing first, and then it's gonna be getting on the ground and getting the screws from the under tray. All right, so we're under the car right now. We've got a bunch of screws that kind of go along the edge of the bumper all the way around on both sides over there. Now there are some screws like right there, there, and there. Could be attached, it could be part, but honestly I do not know yet, so you guys are going to learn this with me. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the fender liner screws out and see what we're working with then, because that'll give me a better idea of what is actually attached under here. Right now it's hard to tell. I did look at a parts diagram, but it doesn't really break down like the under tray too much, so I'm going to figure this out. Alright, I started working on these screws here. Now one thing with the Q3 is this fender arch, whatever you want to call this thing. This is not part of the bumper, but it does clip into the bumper. So we've got a little plastic pry tool, and we are, we're gonna go ahead and get up under there and see if we can get it off. Alright, well that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So you can see here are the clips I was talking about, and right there it goes into the bumper. Alright, so I made one mistake. I missed a couple of bolts underneath. There is that tray right there. That was secured to this tray. And then up under here, right there, there's three big papas you gotta take out to actually pull the bumper away. And now you can see it's loose. So with that done, I should be able to pull this thing off. Let's find out. Okay, bumper's off. That was not as hard as the S4, but still somewhat difficult because this has 310 mils, one right here, here, and the one in the back. And these kind of have to be loosened because the bumper has these slots and the clips in to this. So if this is all the way tight, the bumper's not going to come off. You might risk breaking it. I did miss one of those big screws underneath because you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought there was only 3. Missed one, got that. And then the only connection down here is this one. Unhook that. I'm not going to fire this thing up or anything, just in case. Hopefully this doesn't throw any codes for the front sensor. Next, we are going to take this piece off. Canadian Auto Performance did include a new one of these to match the new grill. Then we're going to go through and unscrew the grill and pop that off. And yeah, we should be reassembling this thing hopefully very soon. As I'm messing with this thing more, I realized that the grill just slides out of place. Yeah, you do have to take off these two side pieces that go here like that, I believe it was. Once those are off and all the screws are out, you can actually unclip it from the top here. And here there's enough play that you can just kind of slide it up out of the bumper. So grill's out, as you can clearly see. So we're gonna go ahead and put the new grill in and keep it moving. Alright, so I'm glad I didn't film that whole thing. You guys just would have been watching me struggle to put these clips back in. Took a little bit of finessing, not gonna lie, but it's looking pretty good. So I'm just getting the grill secured back to the bumper, but I mean off the car, as far as I can tell, lines up pretty good. Fits, you know, as expected. It is aftermarket, but Canadian Auto Performance does make a pretty good part. It does have a provision for the camera, which I don't have, and I kind of wish that wasn't there, but you know, it is what it is. The plug that they included fell out, so I'm going to see if they'll send me another little plug for here. I got to install this back portion that they included, the one that's over there, but the one they included with the grill, so I gotta run inside and grab that, put that back on, and then I think we can start putting this thing back together. Okay, well, I think it's put back together. I think it's ready to go back on the car. I just cleaned the crash bar because it was kind of dusty and dirty, and with this grill you'll be able to see it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to get this back up there by myself. It's always difficult because you want to make sure you don't like scratch anything, damage anything, break anything. Make sure everything is lined up correctly. I did go ahead and loosen that third one, so now this is nice and loose. It's just that bolt's gonna suck to get to once everything's back on, but the motor should slide back into place nice and easily. Well, all right. Wish me luck, guys. Here we go. Woo! What an afternoon. I am hurting my back, my hands, you know, typical stuff. But anyways, this side is done. These 10 mils are bolted back in. Fender liner screws, bottom screws, arch, whatever you want to call that, is on. This side's good. I have to put these screws in. These are for the bracket, and these are all for the liner and underneath. And then we're done. This is back on. Here it is. The sun is gone. I'm trying to hurry up before the mosquitoes come. So, yep, be right back. Well, guys, it's officially dark. Nice little sunset over there. Mosquitoes are out in full effect. I put on some of this bug spray. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Florida, but the mosquitoes down here, you pretty much got to kill them with fire. There's not much that will really stop them. Anyways, grill's on. Yeah. It's dark, so you can't really see it, so I'm probably going to finish this video tomorrow. Looks pretty good. I never noticed this gap. And actually, it goes all the way across, so I might have to adjust the hood. I don't know. I got to look at my friend Stephanie's to see how much gap she has between her hood and bumper and lights and everything. But, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go in and shower all this stuff off of me. Sweat, bug repellent, you know, all that stuff. Then I'm gonna start the car and pray that I don't have any error codes for the front sensors or radar or anything like that. If I don't, I'll be very, very happy. And tomorrow when I get home from work, I'll close this video out, show you guys the end result. I apologize I didn't do much DIY. Removing a bumper is pretty self-explanatory. I did tell you what to take off, where to take them off. The nuts and defender, all of the torque screws. I mean, all the torque screws. And then the tips on how to get the actual grill off of the bumper, because that was fun to figure out on my own. So hopefully, if you guys are gonna do this, it's not too bad for you, because learn from my mistakes, like I said earlier. But anyways, I'm gonna go inside and shower and close the garage and get away from these mosquitoes. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, been a few days. Beat from yesterday. I went into Universal and I'm exhausted today. But the grill's done from the previous video. Just wanted to show you the result, show you what it looks like, finish of it, wrap up this video, and move on to the next one. Oh, I changed my hair a little bit. What do you guys think? Went a little shorter this time. I think it looks fantastic. I am very happy with the fit, finish. Everything looks good. I compared it to my friend's Q3. All of the lines, everything, spot on. Canadian Auto Performance did a great job. My only complaint is there is a camera hole and I do not have a camera. So I'm either gonna try to retrofit the front camera on this, which I don't know is possible, or I'll plug it or see if maybe I can remove just this here. I don't know. I don't really want to cut into it though and screw anything up. But other than that, it looks really good. I didn't have to do anything to the crash bar because it was already black, so that's great because I hate trying to paint that or wrap that and possibly have issues with it. So yeah, here we go. This is it. So that's gonna wrap up this video. I did get the front tint installed on it. I went with like a 33 ceramic. Rest of the car is tinted. It's pretty dark, but I love it. I've never done a tinted windshield before, and I'm gonna be very happy with that at night. And with the Florida sun, I think it's gonna be a big improvement over stock. We've got some more stuff coming. We've got some parts showing up this week from B2B, wheels, tires, all that kind of stuff. So next video will most likely be that. I do have some interior stuff to do as well. So it could be that and then the B2B stuff and the lift later. Can't wait to get this lifted up and looking a little bit more aggressive. I think it is just gonna look really good. And from there, we've got a little door ding right around here that's gonna be taken out. And then at some point, once the Mark III sells, it is for sale still, this is gonna get wrapped. That's gonna look cool. And then, yeah, we'll see what else we want to do this thing from there. I may add a rack with a basket or something up top. I don't know what I want to do there yet, but we'll figure it out. You guys will follow me along for the journey. And a big, massive shout out to Canadian Auto Performance once again for joining me on this build. Very happy to have them back on the channel, of course. Their parts are great. Everything fits really good. One last time before we say goodbye. And as always, thanks so much for stopping by, checking out the video. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out and let me know. And until next time, I'll see you guys then.